Alright, so I'm installing some American Iron off-road ball joint deletes in a Dana 30 for the Comanche, and put together a video to show you how to do it. If you have questions or anything, you can comment on it, but pretty straightforward, honestly. Pay attention to how you take it apart. You've got a nut, you've got a washer, and you've got an O-ring that seals your spherical bearing. Pay attention to how they go. You got one with a step in it, that's going to be your lower. So keep those pieces together. Your upper, you want to keep those pieces together. Like I said, pretty simple. You have another washer down here on the bottom that you got to make sure it gets put back on when you reassemble. Does not have to be on when you press it in. You got a nut, a nylon washer, and then another O-ring that is pressed down into the spherical bearing. It can stay in there. This will press in from the bottom up. They do recommend that you freeze these for an hour, at least an hour. Get them cold. It does help get them pressed in. And also make sure you're using the right size base on it. You do not want to be pressing on the bearing itself. Never a good idea. I'm actually changing my mind. I'm going to start with the upper because I need to be able to press use the press through the lower ball joint hole. That's the one we want. It's got just a little bit of a slant to it. Start with a little impact just because it is a bit handier. Pressed all the way in there. We go to the bottom. It goes from the bottom up. Make sure it's setting straight before you start. And rotate these pieces because, again, have a bit of a slant to it, and want to stay true. This is actually too big of a diameter, so I gotta get one that's a little bit smaller. Actually, this one I can use just the foot of the press here. There's that. So now we can take and put a little bit of grease in the top. This is not for lubrication. This is their recommendation for just helping keep water out, which is always a good thing. So put a little bit in there, work it around before we put our washers back in. Alright, so we got to take these, torque them into the knuckles, and those will be at 40 foot-pounds. Lay it out right where you know your bottom and your top. You got your steering arm goes on the front. It'll sit in here like this. So bottom, take the one with the step in it right there, This one will go in from the top down, and these also have a Allen key machined into the top of it so that you can hold in place while you torque it. So these will torque to 40 foot-pounds. And you use your Allen key to hold the thing solid. I do have a vise too, but I choose to just do this the hard way. Alright, it's 40 foot-pounds. And then we will get the upper, throw it in here. This is actually a different size nut, so make sure you got the right size on there. This is the right size there. This one I'm going to cheat. You don't have throttle control of your impact. You don't do this. As soon as I feel it touch, pull it off. Same deal. 40 foot-pounds. And torque wrench is on. Alright, we're torqued. Alright, lower has a step. Needs the washer put back on. Don't forget that part. And then we've got our O-ring and washer for the top. We'll set it down, make sure it's setting in the right spot over the bearing. And then our lower has the O-ring already in it, nylon washer, shove it over the top, and then we will carefully slide these up into the bearings. Start the nuts just to hold it in place, and then we get into a little bit different torque spec. This is actually torqued to 30 foot-pounds on the bottom. So, torque the bottom, and then on the top we will torque to 20 foot-pounds initially, and then if we have not enough drag on the knuckle, then we will go in 5 foot-pound increments until we get good drag. You don't want too much, because then you will not return to center on your steering by itself. And if you don't have enough, it'll be sloppy. Could cause premature wear. So 30 foot-pounds, and it already has a little bit of drag. It's not crazy. But when we torque this top one, it'll actually add a little bit to it, and then, like I said, you can adjust it as your preference is. And I would imagine over time, driving, they're going to loosen up a little bit, so it probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to go back in every so often and re-torque these or check them. And for some reason, I mean, I can hold this down with this nut and this socket, but man, I can't get it down in there. And I can get about 15 foot-pounds with it. So what I got there. And so I might have to modify this, but I want to torque it to that spec, and yeah. So I'll have to modify that one, see if I can get it in there a little bit better. But I do have a little bit more drag than I did, and you know, I was looking for ball joints when I came across these, and for what I'm doing, it makes more sense to have something stronger. These factory ball joints, I mean, they, in no way do I feel like they'll hold up. I mean, they're just not good. And these even work for daily driving. I mean, you can put these on a pickup and drive it down the road. There's a lot of people in the group, American Iron Off-Road group, or Ball Joint Delete Systems, I think is what the group's under. But a lot of people daily drive with them. This thing's getting 35-inch DOT approved Mickey Thompson stickies that are behind me, and it's going to get drove pretty hard. It's not a daily driver, it's strictly a toy. May get drove down the road a little bit, but I needed something that was going to handle some abuse, and these have very good feedback on them. So we're going to run them, but figured I'd do a little video to show you exactly what goes into putting them in. It's really simple. I mean, it's been 15 minutes, which I did have the axle already tore apart, but as far as assembling goes, it was pretty simple. But yeah, that's gonna pretty well wrap this up, and we got a little bit more work to do on this thing, so try to get this axle put under the front end and get it setting on some springs and shocks on its own, and get ready to start on a cage. I got to put the 8/8 together next, and then be ready to go do a little testing. But thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.